Welcome back everyone, I'm Jewel and we're in the Giants editor today on my Jewel's Peaceful Valley map, and I want to show you something about it. It's for Farming Sim 19 map making. You say, why in the world is all that painted that way? Well, what it is when I went in game, I tried to record it but it messed up and I gotta so I'm just gonna do a quick episode to update you. Essentially, when you go into game and you get to these areas of the map where it's brown and I got it painted, you start swimming in water that's not there. It's invisible and there's no water there. And as you can see, there's no water here. So it shouldn't be. So I'm not sure why it does that, except to say one reason I know it does it, but there's maybe other reasons I don't know. See the where this meets this ground at is a certain level, right? Across the whole map, right? Well, not the whole map, but where I made it. Okay, so I made this water plane in the blender. Okay, so I made it where it's shaped a certain way and like gets just the areas that's supposed to be gotten, comes around, makes it go up at this part, cuts back, gets this little piece, cuts over, right? So that it's not water everywhere else, right? Okay, well, there's going to be water over here, but I got to do something different for it. But anyway, so that level, once it gets to this side of the map, where those levels go below this level of water plane, or actually meet it at the same level. So if we were to measure the distance of that, whatever that number was, it would be either equal to or less than that number. So what's happening is, even though there's not a water plane here, it's making me swim in the game. I don't know if that's an XML or what. There's no water plane here at all. So I don't know why it's doing it. If you know, please leave me a comment and let me know. But the way that I know to fix it, other than I deleted the other water planes before and they went away. Sorry about the dogs barking. They might start up again, I don't know. But anyway, the only way you can fix it, one way you can fix it for sure, is to take and use the replace feature and go to the edge of where the water is, right at the edge where it meets where the line of it is. Go slightly above the water plane, just a little bit, and use the sculpt mode and put it on replace right there, and right where the water edge is, click just above the water plane, just to get a reading where you're close to the water level that you want. And since you want it to go above that water plane, that's why you want to click it above it. And you're going to hit control R to make the new numbers that puts them right here. And then you're going to make sure that's still on replace, because sometimes it changes to remove. And then you're going to put it over the brown area that you make. Now let me explain that real quick. I have a water plane in this list. Let me find it. Okay, this one is the water plane. I got it under the map. I made a big square water plane that fits over this whole map, even though I already had the other water. So now what you do is, where you made that, you came where you know you're having problems in game, you just memorize the spot where it's at, and you take the level that you made a mark for to replace to, and you make this ground. First, I'm gonna lower it. This little section I made it replace the ground using this tool. Replaced it up to the level that would have been by the water. Okay, so say we know we drove down this road and we started swimming by accident. So then you take that mark, that number you made for the level next to the water, and you make this piece of ground up a little bit just to have a reference. Then you can turn it off. Then you're going to take the big water plane, or make a water plane, make it big as the map, and then you're going to go just below where you put this level, right? Because the water was just below where you marked it, and you want this water to be the exact distance under the ground that you put here as to where it was when you marked it on the other side. Now, after you have that, you can see how that the water is a little different because I raised it up higher, but it's essentially in the same spots. See it? So then you're going to take your paint, texture detail paint mode, and you're going to put it on add and pick a layer, texture layer, and I'm going to say mud dark because this is grass, so mud dark will show up. And then you would just color in where the water is. So you would just color it in wherever the water is, right in here, and all over where the spots of water is, because you put the plane, when you lifted that plane over the whole map, it's going to show you where all those low spots are, because it's showing you the level right next to that level. So it's going to show you all over the map where the problem spots are. Okay, now these aren't, because I lifted a little higher here, but it's going to show you where you need to paint. Then you can take this and get it out of the way after you paint all the spots. You can get that out of the way. You can delete it in a little while if you don't need the water plane. Which if you put in the whole water plane, this on the whole map. Sorry about the dogs barking. They might bark again. Anyway, if you need the water plane for the whole map and you're going to make a square one, you can do that. And then just, get rid of the areas. You can adjust it how you want. But if you didn't, if you made your water in Blender, or if you used just a small square for a certain section and you didn't have it everywhere, and you were running into the problem of the invisible water that you didn't even really have there, but it's making you swim, then you would want to do this method and paint it so you can know where to lift it up if you didn't want to change all of the terrain. And also, I think one of the reasons it's doing that is because it's set for the main water. It's called is main water, and it's a script callback. So that might be why. It's like doing an XML or something. So that might be why it does it for the whole map, even though there's no water under that level. So when I make the water for over here, I'm not going to put it to where you can swim in it, because if I do, then it's going to be water way up high, and then the whole map wouldn't work, because I'll be swimming in the whole map, if you understand what I mean. Because it's the level of the water plane that is the main water that they're going by when they make it do that. But anyway, I just wanted to catch you up on what in the world's all these little brown spots. And now I gotta go over the whole map and adjust them and lift them up, so that when I go in game, I'm not swimming through all these little spots, and the truck goes in the water and you can't get out. So gotta fix all that. It ain't that many, as you can see. It's just right here in this one little area. That little spot and that little spot and a couple little spots there and a few there. A little baby spot there. It's not much. But anyway, I'm gonna get that done. I'll either show you or I might not. I'm not sure. But there's one more quick thing I'm gonna show you. There's gonna be a video coming out after this video. And it's not gonna be looking like this. It's gonna be a little different. But basically what happened was, this piece here, I had shrank down to a smaller size like that, and I stuffed it over here in this end piece, because it was like that's how big it would have been left, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. So I just did it to end the video, so it would, I could put something there so I could end it, because it was getting too long. So when you see this next video, a video or so after this, where there's that little piece, don't worry, it's not going to stay there. I had to adjust it, and I fixed all the fence, got it leveled back out. I made the ground, redid the leveling again, and figured out what happened, and the fence is now more level. And then I moved this over, then I drug these two pieces over. This piece was sticking too far out, so I had to keep adjusting it till it reached. But I might still change it up. This is just temporary, just to get it closed off and test it. The gates do work, and I will show it on another episode. Sorry about the dog barking again. I don't know what she hears, but anyway, I'm pretty much going to call that an episode, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. But basically, it's going to be changing all. I could change this. I might change it another way or whatever. But anyway, that's what I got to do. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.